Welcome back, Everlasting Apex. Glad to see you've returned for some high-octane AI racing action. Hope you're ready for some intense virtual car battles. No crash testing required. Well, the 1948 Ferrari 166 Inter is actually considered one of the first true Grand Tours Ferrari ever made. It was designed to combine racing performance with everyday comfort, which is like having your cake and driving it too. Plus, it's a beautiful piece of automotive history that made Ferrari a household name. And it probably turned more heads than most modern supercars. Not bad for a car that's older than most people's grandparents. Hey Jago Day and Everlasting Apex. Welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you two popping in again. Hope you've missed the high-speed chaos because we're about to dive into some crazy AI car races. Buckle up and enjoy the wild ride. Alright everyone, time's almost up. If you haven't picked your favorite car yet, now's the moment or you might end up with whatever's left in the pit. Don't let you say I didn't warn you. Alright folks, this is quite the matchup. On one side we have well-placed AV in a classic Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR, a car known for its legendary performance and sleek design. On the other side, Triffin 83 is rolling out a Myers Manx, which is more of a beach buggy than a speed demon. Although the Manx has a charm of its own, I'd say the Nissan Skyline is probably the favorite here. It's all about those engineering marvels versus the fun off-road vibe. So I'm putting my chips on Swell Place TV to take this one. But hey, anything can happen in an AI race on Nashville. Let's see if the classic beats the quirky. Alright everyone, the race just kicked off at Nashville Superspeedway, and look at that. Ozgazarad is leading the pack in a classic 1966 Lotus Cortina. Fancy vintage racing, huh? Let's see if that old timer can hold on, or if these younger bots are gonna blow past it. Zakarai TV is leading the race right now, followed closely by Ozgazarad in second place and Swell placed V, holding on to third. The top three are all bots, so this should be a smooth cruise at the moment. Keep an eye out for any early moves. The Nashville Superspeedway's high-speed layout is likely favoring the more aerodynamic vintage cars, with better top end, giving leaders like Zakarai and Swell plays an edge. Overtakes probably depend on drafting and straight line speed. The Nashville Superspeedway straightaways are giving a slight edge to cars with good top speed and aerodynamic efficiency. Overtakes are happening in the slipstream, but tight corners are keeping some vintage cars from making big moves. Bot Lemon Cult Games is driving a 1974 Dodge Monaco, a car known for its size and muscle car heritage. Looks like they're stuck in the middle of the pack, currently 9 places back. No overtakes so far, just holding steady. Hey, Stranger74. Great to see you back in the chat. Hope you've been missing out on some of this high-speed action. Buckle up, because the race is about to get even more intense with you here. DayTV Everlasting Apex is driving a 1971 Mazda RX-3, known for its rotary engine and agility. Their race is surprisingly quiet with no recorded fastest lap, suggesting they might be simmering in the back or struggling to find rhythm. Swell placed E is leading comfortably with a solid fastest lap, while Treffer93 is mid-pack and struggling a bit with a slower best lap. Still early in the race, so anything can happen. Bot Bunny Self-Doom is cruising in a 1951 Ferrari 212 Export Dario. They're currently in second place and very close to the leader, with a pretty quick lap time of 0:49.079. Looks like they're pushing hard but still trailing slightly behind the vintage streetcar leader. Bot Lotusos is piloting a 1974 Honda Civic RS. They're currently in the 21st position, struggling with a time of 56.759 seconds for their fastest lap. Looks like they're having a rough ride so far. Lemon Cult Games is driving a 1974 Dodge Monaco. They are currently in 8th place, and their fastest lap is 50.108. Looks like they're just cruising along, probably waiting for a late surge or a slip from someone ahead. DayTV Everlasting Apex is driving a 1971 Mazda RX-3 with a best lap time of 54.047 seconds. They are currently in the 24th place, struggling to keep up at the back of the pack. YJGOG is driving a 1964 Austin Healey 3000 Mark on E-Dore. They started way back in the 11th spot and are currently in 6th. They've been steadily closing the gap with a fastest lap of 48.761, which is pretty competitive. Looks like they're on the move. Jonas Leeds is making a strong push with that fastest lap, but the race isn't over yet. Still plenty of time for another surprise move. Bot Axton Hits is running a 1970 Porsche 914-6. They are currently in the middle of the pack in position 12, with a best lap time of 48.997. The race for them seems steady and nothing spectacular at the moment. Mafia Mavi is racing a 1966 Lotus Cortina, which is known for its agility and lightweight handling. Their current position in the race is close to the back, in 19th place. They are battling to improve their lap times and move up the field. Bob Lotusos is driving a 1974 Honda Civic RS, which is notably slow compared to the rest, currently in 26th place. Their lap time of 56.278 indicates they've got some catching up to do if they want to join the party. Vintage street cars at Nashville Superspeedway seem to favor classic agility and lightness over raw power. The close lap time suggests skillful driving is the real winner here rather than engine size. Bot Vanone, 1857, is racing a 1967 Tatra 2603, known for its advanced aerodynamics and rear-mounted engine. Their race looks pretty tough, with a slowest lap of almost 1 minute and 30 seconds, sitting in the bottom half of the standings. Wow! Swell-placed V really showed up and took the win. Nice job snapping up that victory at Nashville Superspeedway. Well deserved. Congratulations to Bot Swell-placed EV for winning the race. That was a fantastic drive, really showing those AI racers how it's done. As for those drivers still in the hunt, if you're in the top positions, don't forget you can claim a car now. Keep pushing, everyone. The glory is just within reach. If I had to pick one of these cars to win a race on the Bridgehampton circuit, it would probably be the Nissan Skyline GTR 33. Not only does it have that iconic all-wheel drive system, but its balance and handling are pretty much made for twisty tracks like that. Plus with the twin-turbo engine it's got enough grunt to keep things interesting through the straights. Honestly, I think it's a safe bet that car could give some of these older legends a run for their money and maybe even leave them in the dust. Hey everyone, the clock's running out to pick your cars. If you want your favorite to race, now's the time to make that happen. Don't leave me hanging here with these AI drivers all alone. Let's get some good choices in before it's too late. Alright folks. This is a classic showdown between old school and maybe a little bit of flash. The 1994 Nissan 300ZX is known for its balanced handling and reliable performance. So it could definitely hold its own on the twists and turns of Bridgehampton. On the other hand, the 1989 Ferrari 348 brings that Italian flair, and with a bit of finesse, it can be surprisingly quick, especially in the corners. Now, considering the car's characteristics, I'd say the Nissan might have the edge in straight-line stability, but the Ferrari could surprise us with its agility. I'm leaning towards the Nissan for consistency, but don't count out the Ferrari trying to show off a little. Who do I think will take the victory? Well, if control and reliability win races here, it's probably the Nissan. But if the Ferrari gets into a good groove with some slick cornering, it might just steal the show. Stay tuned everyone. This one's too close to call. Alright folks, the race kicks off at Bridgehampton. Look who's on pole. Bought on Clearly Gaming with a 1990 Mercedes-Benz 190 Evo 2.1. Clearly speed isn't its middle name, but hey, maybe it's just here to outlast us all. The race kicks off with Bot Archeron 192 taking the lead from the start. Bot on Clearly Gaming holds strong in second, while bot Josh Biosh is close behind in third. No surprises yet, just bots doing bot things at the front. Bot Fichtehusky is driving a 1988 Porsche 944 Turbo S, a classic turbocharged machine. They're currently in 8th place, close behind the leaders, but with plenty of a race left to maybe surprise us. Bot Matrixco is in 23rd position with a Toyota Celica GT4 Ti. The race looks like a typical uphill climb for them so far, and they haven't made any notable moves yet. Violetta Mama is behind in the pack with an Audi V8 from 1988. Looks like she's struggling to keep up with the front runners, sitting in the 27th spot. The Audi V8 is a classic, but maybe not the ideal choice for this race's pace. Jonas Gottlieb is running a 1988 Holden Commodore SS Group A. Looks like they're about to overtake some cars, or just holding steady in the last places. No major moves yet. DTV Strang 74 is driving a 1995 Honda Integra Type R, renowned for its lightweight and excellent handling. Looks like they are mid-pack, trying to carve through the pack with that agile chassis. So far, no major moves, but potential for some overtakes if they find the right gaps. Gikoriamzam's car is a 1995 BMW 850C SI, a Grand Tourer known for its power and smooth ride. Currently in 2nd place, it looks like the race is going smoothly for them with solid pace from this stable 90s coupe. Bridgehampton's tight turns and elevation changes are making overtakes tricky, causing some bottlenecks especially around those corners. Calculator Bunny is driving a 1997 Nissan Skyline GTR R33. They're in the final cluster of the pack, currently in 21st place, so the race might be a challenge for them to make up positions. The slower car class and the Bridgehampton track likely mean limited overtaking opportunities. It's more about patience and positioning than raw speed. Bot Fragau is driving a 1996 Dodge Stealth RT Turbo. They are currently in the 27th place, making some progress but still behind the pack. Keep an eye on that turbo, maybe they'll turbocharge their way up. Bot Sir Gamingate is driving a 1997 Audi S4 and seems to be struggling with pace, currently in the last place. The car's handling should be decent, but their race position indicates they're having trouble keeping up with the pack. GDOD is leading in the 3rd lap, ready to capitalize on the final lap. Route 3 Boy is holding a solid position but needs a slip or mistake from GGOD to have a shot. Things could get interesting if they bunch up. Bot Connor Malady is driving a 1995 Ford Escort AS Cosworth. They're currently in 18th place overall and holding steady with a lap time just over 2 seconds slower than the leaders. Not bad for an underdog in this pack. Fish the Husky is driving a Porsche 944 Turbos, which is known for its balanced handling and turbocharged power. They're currently in 11th place, with a fastest lap just under 2 minutes 4 seconds. It looks like they're holding a decent pace, but need more consistency to climb higher. Bach Calicon Bunny is driving a 1997 Nissan Skyline GT RR33. They started in last place and are currently in the 16th position. Their fastest lap so far is just over 2 minutes and 1 second. They're making steady progress but still working for a better spot. The slow cars class at Bridgehampton keeps the competition tight and mostly skill-driven, not sheer speed. The mix of older models means driver finesse and setup matter more than raw power. No one is just cruising, overtaking opportunities are limited but can come from mistakes. Bridgehampton's twists and turns favor precision over raw speed, helping the early leaders maintain their positions while challenging overtakes. The slower cars from the 1990s are keeping things tight with no clear dominance except for the Mercedes leading comfortably. Track at Bridgehampton favors handling, so those with better corner agility are advantageously positioned. The overall pace shows these cars are more about strategy than raw speed. Shikamaru is running a 1989 Mazda RX-7 Turbo with a time of around 5.785. Looks like the turbocharged rotary engine isn't giving her the quick lap times today. She's drifting a bit further back around 28th place, but might still be saving some for a late push. Wow! Unclearly Gaming really pulled off the victory. Guess all that practice paid off. Well done! Congratulations to Bot Unclearly Gaming on winning the race. Looks like they were in the lead and didn't let go. Great job, Unclearly Gaming. And a special shout out to TTVJGOD for winning the bet race. They can now claim a 1994 Nissan 300ZX, a classic street car for those who love a bit of nostalgia. Well done, both of you. For this track, I would focus mostly on handling and agility. Croft is all about sharp turns and technical corners, so a car that can stick to the road and respond quickly to the driver's inputs will have the edge. Top speed is nice, but if your car can't handle those tight bends without losing control or time, you'll be stuck at the back of the pack. So, lean toward a vehicle that's nimble and precise. Think of it as giving your car the ballet skills it needs to dance around those corners and keep you competitive. Alright everyone, time is running out faster than a car on a straightaway. Make your picks before the countdown hits 0 or you'll be stuck with whatever's left. Don't say I didn't warn you. Get those selections in and let's see which AI car dominates the track today. Alright, we've got our logos revving up in a classic Lotus 33 and Senior Flip-Flopone 2020 cruising in a Ferrari 158 from the same era T. Now, based on the car choices, it's like choosing between a vintage British Bulldog and an Italian Stallion. The Lotus is lightweight and agile, perfect for those tight corners at Croft. But the Ferrari, with its racing pedigree and raw power, might just have the edge on straightaways and speed. If I had to make a playful guess, I'd say the Ferrari's gonna give us a good show. But don't count the Lotus out just yet. It's all about who handles the twists and turns better. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the race ends with a photo finish, or maybe even a surprise upset. Alright folks, the race is kicking off at Croft and look at that. Botley Sashaby is starting on pole in a 1961 Cooper T55. Nice vintage choice. Let's see if the oldie but goodie can hold its ground against these modern machines. The race kicks off with Bot HP Lootcraft taking the early lead, holding a slight advantage. Botley Zashabi is right behind in second place, looking to pounce. Bot Egenerite keeps a steady third, but the pack is already starting to close in as the cars bunch up. Oscar Wolf is driving a Ferrari 158 from 1964 that's currently in 27th place. The car is a classic with a rich racing history, but it seems to be struggling to move up the grid in this race. Bot Ayafe is driving a 1965 B RMP 261, a car known for its balanced handling and competitive edge in this era. Torty world. Panamo Transit. It's currently in the 17th position, which suggests a middle-of-the-pack race so far. Not winning any races yet, but still plenty of laps to turn things around. The classic F1 cars usually bring more skill and finesse to the Croft track. The tight curves and low-speed corners favor precision over raw power, so drivers who handle these vintage machines well are climbing ahead. UDP Udis is racing a 1965 B RMP 261, which is holding steady in 6th place. The car looks well positioned, but needs to find a way to sneak past some ahead. Ruki Miriki is behind a group of cars in 20th place with a Cooper T55 and has yet to make any notable moves. The race for them looks steady, maybe waiting for an opportunity, or just staying out of trouble. Bufing 18 is racing a Cooper T77 from 1965. They started in the 5th position and are currently in 7th, which suggests they've been holding steady with some room for improvement. Bot Bucicero is racing a Ferrari 158 from 1964. They currently sit in 7th place, which isn't bad but definitely room for more aggressive moves. Beyond Fudaxols is currently in 24th place, with a Brabham BT7 type. They haven't made any moves yet, and seem stuck in the midfield for now. Bot Anaxagorax is racing a Cooper T77, with a starting position of 8th, and currently holding the 9th spot. The car hasn't posted a fastest lap yet, indicating a steady but not record-breaking pace so far. Bot Sumboard Boy is cruising in a BRM P261 with the fastest lap of 1 minute 50 seconds, 38 hundredths. Looks like they're pushing hard and staying competitive close behind the leaders. Bot Ozzy 102 is driving a Ferrari 1512, which is known for its speed and reliability from the Iridado. The race pace seems solid with a best lap of 151.497, placing Ozzy in the middle pack but close enough to challenge if the opportunity arises. Bot Ozzy 2002 is driving a Ferrari 1512 from 1965. They are currently in 18th place with a best lap of just under 1 minute, 52 seconds. Not too shabby, but a bit off the pace of the leaders. Lee is racing a Ferrari 1512, which wasn't the fastest lap time, but is currently in the top 20. Her race is steady, not making big moves but staying consistent. Bot official Classy Live is running a Honda R, a 272 from 1965. Their lap time of 1 minute 51 seconds suggests slow progress compared to others. It looks like they're struggling to keep pace with the front runners. Croft's tight turns are making overtakes tricky and favoring cars with good handling. Fast laps suggest some are adapting well while others struggle to keep pace. Anaxagorax is driving a Cooper T77, which is currently in 8th place. Their fastest lap is 1:51.034, showing steady pace but not enough to threaten the top contenders. The race looks tight with a mix of Ferrari and Bar M cars ahead, so they might need a few more overtakes to climb higher. The vintage F1 cars like the Cooper T55 and Brabham BT7 are showing solid pace but struggle with consistency, especially on Croft's twisty layout. Track conditions and car handling seem to be key factors affecting overtakes and stability. Wow, these Ashabi just took the win. Clearly, they were in a league of their own. Well done. Wow! What a stunning victory for Botley Ashabi. Congratulations on that well-deserved win. Looks like all that digital driving paid off. Now folks, if you're feeling lucky and want to claim a car, make sure to jump in quickly. The next thing you know, someone will be saying they have the fastest car on the track. Sure thing. A fun fact about the LMP1 racing cars is that they were designed to be incredibly lightweight and aerodynamic, almost like a rocket on wheels. They could reach speeds over 200 miles per hour, yet they packed all that power into a chassis that could sometimes weigh less than a small car. It's like giving a tiny spaceship a turbo boost, speed, agility, and a whole lot of adrenaline. Sadly, The LMP1 class was retired in 2019. But man, did they leave us with some pretty wild racing moments to remember. Alright everyone, it looks like the countdown is almost up. If you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time to make that choice or forever hold your peace. Don't miss out on the thrill of watching these AI drivers battle it out in style. Get those selections in and let's see which car reigns supreme. Alright folks, we've got Tyler in a 2016 Audi R18 versus Wolf in a 2015 Porsche 919 hybrid on circuit Lebanon. Now, let's think about this. The Audi R18 is a bit older, but it's known for its reliability and steady performance. The Porsche 919 hybrid, on the other hand, is a race-winning machine with impressive hybrid tech to give it an edge in acceleration and fuel efficiency. Given the specs, the 2015 Porsche 999 hybrid is likely to have an advantage in quickness and handling on this circuit. But hey, sometimes the older car surprises us with clever driving or AI quirks. If I had to put my money down, I'd say Wolf's Porsche might just slide into first place. But don't count out Tyler with some unexpected moves. Let's see which bot takes the lead. This is going to be a fun one. Alright folks, looks like Bot Tyler is starting strong on pole in the LMP1 class, cruising in a 2016 Audi R18. Wonder if that vintage ride will keep up with the newer contenders, or if it's just here to make us nostalgic. Stay tuned! The race kicks off with Tyler taking an early lead, followed closely by Muttwolf in second and Famaka in third. It looks like the bots are already setting a brisk pace. The circuit's layout seems to favor high downforce cars and tight corners, which could cause some strategic overtakes and position shuffling. Bot Cirque Gaming Gay is driving a 2016 Audi R18. They are currently in 6th place, holding steady but likely feeling the pressure from the cars behind. Are they aiming for a late race surge or just cruising? Bot Christopher is piloting a Maserati MC 12G T1, a car known for its aerodynamics and top speed. Currently, they are in 8th place, maintaining steady pace but facing stiff competition ahead. Bot Shalesy is driving a 2003 Alzen Porsche 996 Biturbo Way. They're currently in 9th place and haven't clocked a competitive lap time yet. Looks like they're early in the race or just off the pace. Sirariron Bot is driving the 2018 BR Engineering BR1. They started in 5th place and are currently in 5th, so they are holding position without any overtakes or drops so far. The circuit's tight corners and technical sections are definitely favoring experienced drivers in the LMP1 class. We'll see if the overtaking opportunities come into play soon enough. TTV Stranger 74 is driving a 2018 BR Engineering BR1, which is currently holding 7th place. They've been steady but have yet to make any notable moves or overtakes so far. Bot Silent Fox 213 is driving a 2009 Jaguar X-Kia GT2. They're currently stuck in by far the last position with no lap times recorded, so it looks like their race might be more about steady waiting than pushing for points. Bot Tyler is leading the race comfortably in an Audi R18 from 2016. With the fastest lap so far, at 1 minute 18:41 2 seconds. The car shows no signs of slowing down and maintains a solid gap at the front. Tyler is dominating the race with the fastest lap, holding a clear lead, but still gotta keep pushing to secure this victory. Tyler is maintaining a solid lead with the fastest lap, showing he's got the pace to close this out unless someone else pushes harder or he slips up. Bot Thion Klejawisho is driving a Saleen S7R, a GTR class car known for its raw power and agility. They are currently in 7th place with the fastest lap of 1 minute and 26 seconds. Their race looks steady but getting challenged by other GTRs ahead. Bot Fine Cleo Show is running a 2004 Saleen 7R in the GTR class, They're currently in 7th place, but their lap time of 1 minute 26 seconds is notably slower than the leaders. Looks like they're battling for position amid some stiff competition. Bothun Koyusho is driving a 2004 Saleen 7R. They currently hold 7th place and are maintaining a steady pace with a best lap time of 1:26.505. Their race looks pretty smooth, but they might need to pick up the pace to catch the leaders. Wow, Tyler just took the victory. Someone's been practicing. Well done on the win. Wow, Bot Tyler takes the win. Definitely a well-deserved victory. I guess they're really showing those robots how it's done. As for the drivers who can claim a car, TTV strength and 74, you did the most overtakes today. That's some impressive driving. You've earned yourself a 2018 B, RR Engineering B, R1. Great job there, Overtake Master. Alright folks, here's a fun fact about the 1995 Vauxhall Cavalier. It's one of those cars that really knew how to combine practicality with a bit of British charm. Back in the day, it was often called the workhorse of Britain because it was inexpensive, reliable, and could just keep going without asking too many questions. Imagine a car so dependable that it could probably outlast most of our smartphones in a crash course on durability. And honestly, for a car from the mid-90s, it's got a surprisingly stylish look if you're into that classic boxy vibe. It may not be the fastest, but hey, it sure knows how to keep on rolling in the race of life. Alright everyone, time's running out to pick your favorite car. If you want to see some high-tech metal madness, you better make your choice quick before the clock hits 0. Don't miss out on the chaos, get those selections in now. Alright folks, we've got Colmetwi taking the wheel of a vintage Alfa Romeo 156 GTA from 1998, and Stinkit cruising in a 1991 Nissan Primera P10. Honestly, I'm gonna give a little edge to Colmetwi here just because that Alfa, despite its age, has a certain charm and handling finesse that might just outmaneuver the older Nissan. Plus, AI driving on Calafate is always unpredictable, so we might see some surprises. But let's be honest, the car choice here really sets the tone. I'm betting Colmetwi will finish ahead. But don't count out Stinkit. Sometimes the underdog with the less flashy ride pulls a miracle. Alright folks, the race is kicking off at Calafate. And up front, we've got bought red Panda 994 in a classic 1993 Renault 19, starting from pole position. Who knew ancient cars still had the speed? Let's see if it can hold on or if something newer will cook it. The race kicks off with red Panda 994 taking an early lead, followed closely by Strengan 74 and Everlasting Apex. It looks like the top three are already setting a quick pace. Bot Mighty Chunk is driving a 1995 Seat Ibiza Dotoy. They are currently in 10th place, not making much noise but holding steady behind the leaders. Bot Trifonenity 3 is racing a Peugeot 306 Maxi, known for its agility and compact design. Currently holding the 15th position, they are maintaining steady pace, but still working to break into the top 10. Bot Timbogini Tubi is driving a 1980 Lada 2106, which is known for its sturdy build and simple mechanics. He's currently in the middle of the pack, just behind a couple of Ladas and Toyota Corollas, indicating a steady but not spectacular race so far. Bot Mighty Chunk is cruising in a 1995 Seat Ibiza Toy. Their race looks steady with no overtakes yet, holding the 10th position behind stronger Group N competition. The BTC cars are dominating the front, showing strong performance on this track. Group N vehicles are lagging behind, likely due to lesser power and handling. The track favors lighter, more agile models seen at the top. Bought Lamborghini Tuba is racing a 1980 Lada 2106, which is notable for its simple design and basic performance capabilities. They currently hold the 12th position, trailing several cars, but staying roughly in the mid-pack. Their race looks steady, avoiding major chaos so far. Bought Trifinity 3 is driving a 1999 Peugeot 306 Maxi, known for its agility in Group N. Currently in the 14th position, they are maintaining a steady pace, staying cautious, but still holding their ground in the pack. TDE Stranger 74 is steering a 1996 Vauxhall Vectra in the race. They're holding second place and haven't shown any signs of slowing down. Looks like they're enjoying the chase behind the leader. The track at Califat favors cars with good handling and stability around tight corners. That's why the top, Red Panda Man 84, has maintained a clear lead with consistent fast laps. The lower classes are struggling more, likely due to the technical demands. Amy is running a 1995 Volvo 850, currently in 7th place. The car's fastest lap is about 1:39.04. Auto 4. Looks like she's holding steady but not making much progress past the mid-pack. Califat's tight curves are rewarding the nimble cars like the Nissan Primera while forcing the heavier, less agile vehicles to catch up. Faster laps are mainly coming from the front runners, indicating a good grip and handling advantage. Bot Frankenbalz is driving a 1995 seat Ibiza in Group N class. They currently hold 8th place but are slightly slower than the cars ahead. Looks like they're holding steady but might need a push to improve their position. Bot Frankenbalz is piloting a 1995 seat Ibiza in Group N. They're currently holding 8th place but are significantly slower than the front runners with their fastest lap at 1:40.821. It looks like a tough race for them so far. Stanket is setting the pace with that fastest lap. Paul looks like he's making a strong push to move up or defend his position in these final laps. Stanket has the fastest lap so far and is currently in 4th. Looks like he's saving some grip for a late push, or just showing off some slick driving. Kalmetwi is just behind Stanket, and has the speed to make a move if the opportunity presents itself. Stanket's holding steady but needs to defend well to keep that position. Neither is showing any signs of slowing down yet. Well done, Red Panda Man 84. You really stormed to the finish. Looks like all that practice paid off. Wow, congratulations to Bot Red Panda Mana D4 on winning the race. That was a pretty impressive showing. Looks like all the other drivers better step up their game if they want to catch up now. And for those of you still in the running, you're able to claim a car. So keep your eyes on the prize and stay tuned. Who knows, maybe next lap is your chance to take the lead. Sure. Did you know that the Indy cars from 1995 were pretty much the muscle cars of their time? They could reach speeds of over 200 miles per hour, making them some of the fastest oval racing cars ever built. It's like watching a giant rocket on wheels trying to beat itself in a race. No big deal, just a normal day's sport. Hey, Armor F Society, welcome back to the stream. Glad you could join us again. We've got some cars racing powered by AI and your favorite host, which means endless entertainment, and probably a few crashes along the way. Feel free to grab some popcorn and enjoy the chaos. Alright folks, if you haven't picked your dream car yet, now's the time to jump on it. The clock is winding down faster than my patience during a traffic jam. Get your choices in before it's too late or you'll be stuck with whatever the AI decides for you. Alright folks, we've got Bot Wrestling 567 in a classic Reynard 95i and Bot Tominson in a Lola T 9500. Both cars are from 1995, so it's a bit of vintage showdown. The Reynard 95i is known for its agility and sharp handling, perfect for those tight corners at Sonoma. The Lola T9500, on the other hand, has a reputation for stability and good downforce, which could be a game changer on this technical track. Honestly, it's a toss-up. The Reynard might have the edge in nimbleness, but the Lola's grip could really shine in the twistier sections. I'd say it's gonna come down to who adapts quicker to those tricky turns, and maybe a little bit of luck. So who do I think will take the checkered flag? Good feelings is. The Lola T9500 might just squeak out ahead in this vintage battle. But don't hold me to it. In racing, anything can happen. Alright everyone, the race is kicking off at Sonoma NASCAR. Track and look at this. Bot Rob Swizzle on pole with a 1995 Lola T9500. Guess we're in for a vintage showdown today. Let's see if he can hold that lead or if someone's got plans to take it away. Rob Sizzle has shot out into the lead right from the start. N Body Notes is holding a solid second place, with Balsamic Bin 283 close behind in third. The pack is just forming up, but those top three look to be setting a nice early pace. Bot Sophique is racing a Reynard 95i, which is currently in 19th place. Their race looks like a steady struggle, definitely not making any big moves or challenging for the front. Bot Wrestling 567 is running a Reynard 95i, which isn't leading, but at least it's not stuck in the back. Their race looks like a battle to avoid last place at this point. Bot Aminsan is running a Lola T9500, which is known for its balanced handling. Their race seems to be heading towards the rear, currently in the 18th position, with plenty of room for overtakes ahead. Aminsan is running a Lola T9500, which is known for its balanced handling. Currently in 19th place, their race seems to be a struggle with consistent lagging behind the pack. Bot Quiz 44 is driving a Reynard 95i and has moved from 6th to 2nd place, indicating some impressive overtakes. The car's pace is solid, but it's still a ways behind the leader. The race looks competitive with potential for more moves. Bot Aprodote is piloting a Lola T9500, a car known for its agility, but currently stuck in the back, with no recorded lap times. Looks like they are struggling to find pace or staying on the track. Bot Flynn Sheikot Winnie 1 is piloting a Penske PC23 with a smooth lap time of just under 1 minute 9 seconds. Their race looks steady, currently 8th and close to the leaders. Bleach Mepsi is driving a Penske PC23, starting 5th. Their fastest lap is 1:10.78, so they're holding steady in the top half without any major drama. Looks like they're managing the race well enough. Wow! Rob Swizzle must be thrilled. What a fantastic victory. Looks like all that racing effort paid off. Congratulations on the win. Wow. Bot Rob Sizzle really took the checkered flag with style, didn't they? Big congratulations to them for dominating the race. As for the drivers who are in the running to claim a car, the opportunity is still open. So if you're feeling lucky or just want to give it a shot, now's your chance. Keep those engines racing. For this track, I would focus mostly on handling and cornering performance. Bridgehampton is all about tight turns and tricky curves, so a car that can stick to the road and handle the twists without losing speed would be ideal. Of course, a little acceleration and braking control would hurt either. But honestly, if you can't master the corners, it's going to be a long race for whoever's behind the wheel. Alright folks, if you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time to jump in before they all zoom off without you. Don't want to miss out on the chance to see which one of these shiny beasts is going to dominate the race, right? So get those selections in before the countdown hits 0. Well, with both drivers in the same car at Bridgehampton, and no info on their skills, it's basically a coin toss. It's like watching two cats chase a laser pointer. Entertaining but hard to predict who'll win. I'd say sit back and enjoy the show. Because whoever crosses that finish line first might just surprise us all. Alright everyone, the race is kicking off at Bridgehampton, and leading the pack is Bacio Grande at 2017. Porsche 911 T3 Cup. Seems like the pole position was good to him, so let's see if he can stay ahead or if the other cars have something to say about it. But Bacio Grande has taken the lead, right out of the starting line. Close behind, Bot 2 Kinds Flora is holding second place, trying to apply pressure. Bot Matrixco is in third but is already adjusting for an early push forward. The pack is tightly bunched at the front, so expect some early tense overtakes. But Bacio Grande is leading the race with a Porsche 991 GT3 Cup from 2017. They seem to be pulling away comfortably, setting the pace for everyone else. The car's performance looks solid so far, no signs of slowing down. Bot 2 Kinds Flora is driving a 2017 Porsche 911 They are currently in second place, holding a solid position near the front with no visible overtakes or issues so far. The race looks smooth for them. Bot Bacio Grande is leading the race with a Porsche 911 GT3 Cup from 2017. Their lap time shows perfection or placeholder data, but they are dominating early on with an unchallenged lead. Bot 2 Onyx TTV is racing a 2010 Porsche 911 GT3 Cup d'Etienne. They're currently in the 28th position and haven't shown their fastest lap yet. Looks like a tough race for them so far, maybe counting on consistency to climb up. Bot James is driving a 2017 Porsche 911 GT3 Cup 2. Their race seems steady with a middle of the pack position, currently in 16th place. Looks like they're holding their own but not challenging the front runners yet. Bot 2 Kinds Flora is driving a 2017 Porsche 911 GT3 Cup and currently sits in third place. Their race looks steady with no signs of major trouble so far. Calicom Bunny is making a solid push with that fastest lap, but he's still chasing Bacio Grande at the front. Let's see if he can close the gap before the race ends. Bot Downtoquest is piloting a 2010 Porsche 997 GT3 Cup. They are currently in the 10th place, and their best lap time is 1:35.661. The race seems steady for them so far. Calicon Bunny is setting the pace with the fastest lap, likely pushing for a late surge to challenge Bacio Grande at the front. Calicom Bunny is showing some serious pace with that fastest lap, but still needs to overtake Bacio Grande if he wants to take the lead. Timing will be everything on this final lap. Botsad Emoji Jammies is driving a 2017 Porsche 911 1 GT3 Cup and is currently in the 21st place. Their fastest lap is significantly slower than the leaders at 138.834, indicating they might be struggling to keep pace or finding the track challenging today. Botug on it DTV is piloting a 2010 Porsche 911 7 GT 3 Cup Hetio. They're currently in the 26th place and a bit off the pace with a fastest lap of 136.952. Looks like they're hanging in there but not quite close enough to make a move. On. Sufik is driving a 2017 Porsche 911 1 GT3 Cup and currently sits in 17th place. Their lap time is around 36.345 seconds, showing they are maintaining consistent pace but not quite challenging the leaders. Bot Dr. Keeps Appleway is racing a 2010 Porsche 911 GT 3 Cup. They are currently in 7th place and just 0.016 seconds behind 6th. Looks like they're holding steady but need to find a bit more pace to climb higher. Congratulations to Bacho Grand for winning the race at Bridgehampton. Looks like you're the one to beat. Wow, Bacho Grand really swept the race. Congratulations. That was some impressive driving, clearly superior skills, or just a really good AI tune-up. Well done. And for everyone else, remember, if you want to claim a car and jump into the action, now's your chance. Don't let Bacho Grande have all the fun. You could be the next big thing on the track. Sure thing. The 1976 Parnelli 5th P J4B was one of those classic race cars that proved even in the 70s, innovation and speed could come together in a pretty wild package. Fun fact? It was actually built to compete in the Indianapolis 500. But what's really interesting is that it was a sponsored entry by a racing team owned by the famous race car builder, Velmilitit. Talk about a true labor of love for racing fans. Plus, it sported some pretty advanced aerodynamics for its time, making it a real showstopper on the track, even if it didn't always finish at the front. Classic underdog story, right? Alright everyone, the clock is ticking down super fast. So if you haven't picked your favorite car yet, now's your chance. Don't make me pick it for you, because I might just give the slowest one a head start on purpose. Get those picks in before time runs out. Alright, we've got bot, LAXEXENA, in a classic Hesketh 308D and bot D Fizzards in a McLaren M26, both from 1976, racing on Suzuka Retro, no chicken. Now, judging by the car choices, the Hesketh has that nostalgic charm that might be a bit more delicate when it comes to handling. The McLaren, on the other hand, probably has a slight edge with its design and aerodynamics even for a vintage model. That said, the Suzuka track requires precision and agility. My money's on D-Fizz in the McLaren, as long as it handles well around those tight corners. But hey, don't count out the Hesketh just yet. Sometimes those old-school cars surprise us with their resilience. Let's see who takes the win and keeps the betting interesting. Alright folks, it's the start of the race at Suzuka Retro no chicane. And look who's on pole, Bobtails of Strilly in a shiny 1976 McLaren M26. Let's see if he can hold that lead or if the AI has other plans. Buckle up. The race kicks off with Bobtails of Strilly taking the lead from the start, followed closely by Bot Schmerz and Live in second place and Bot Jornart holding third. Looks like they've got a solid start. No surprises so far, just AI racing at its finest. The March 761, driven by Bot the Dreamkeeper, is holding the 4th place, staying steady in the top 5. No overtakes yet, but looks like the car is managing to stay competitive in the midfield. The Suzuka Retro No Chicane demands precision and skill, favoring well-handling cars like the Lotus 77 and McLaren M26 Substitute. The tight corners likely cause minor overtakes and position changes among these agile vehicles. Bot Telesovstrili is leading the race in the McLaren M26 Scott. They haven't set a fastest lap and seem very comfortable at the front. Looks like smooth sailing so far. Bot Telesovstrili is leading the race in a McLaren M26 from 1976. They're setting a quick pace, holding a solid first place with no sign of slowing down. Bot G-Master Thagama 9000 is racing the March 761 and currently holds the 9th position. They are solidly in mid-pack with no signs of overtakes or issues so far. Bot Pani 3 is driving a Parnelli V PJ4B, a car known for its innovative design and good handling. Currently sitting in 8th place, appears to be holding steady, but the competition is tight right now. King Rutt is behind the leader with a pate finish on the grid. He's driving a 1976 Parnelli P J4B, which is a solid choice for midfield battle. Looks like he's maintaining without many overtakes so far, staying relatively steady in this early stage. Queen Manda's car is a Fittipaldi FD04, a classically styled chassis from 1976. It looks like she's holding steady in 15th place and hasn't made any moves up or down. Botley Rashai is running a Surtees TS19, which is known for its balance and agility. She's currently in 4th place, sitting comfortably in the top 5 with her position looking solid so far. Bot Pani 3 is driving a Parnelli VPJ4B from 1976. They started in 8th place and currently hold 8th. So they're holding steady without much drama so far. Bot Schmerzenlive is racing a Hesketh 308D, which is known for its unique design and handling quirks. Currently they are in 2nd place, so they're doing pretty well considering their starting position. Oost. The Suzuka Retro No Chicane seems to be mixing things up with plenty of overtakes and position changes, thanks to its tight corners and technical layout. Bosch Merzenlive is racing a Hesketh 308D, like many other drivers here, but currently sits in 2nd place, which is quite impressive given their starting position. Their race seems to be struggling as they haven't posted a valid lap time and are not actively competing at the moment. Bot Telesovstrili's McLaren M26 is leading comfortably with a fastest lap of 2:12.701. They seem to have a solid pace and are maintaining a healthy gap at the front of the field. Bot Master Thagamer 9 2000 is running a March 761 and currently sits in 10th position. Their pace seems stable with a fastest lap of 2 minutes 16.672 seconds. Notably, they're staying close to the middle of the pack without any major overtakes yet. The F1 1976 cars on Suzuka Retro No Chicane are creating tight battles, with some cars struggling to find grip and consistency. The mix of car performance is clear, with the leading cars maintaining steady pace, while the rear struggles with lap times. DTV Everlasting Apex is driving the Tyrrell 07, which started in 15th place. They are currently in 11th position and have a decent pace with a fastest lap of 2 minutes 16.866 seconds. The race for them seems steady but not exceptional so far. Congratulations, Tales of Strilly. Looks like you really took the right turn at Suzuka Retro No Chicane. Well done. Wow! But Tales of Strilly pulled off the victory. Let's give them a big round of applause for that impressive win. They really showed everyone how it's done today. Now, for the drivers who want to claim their prizes, TTV Everlasting Apex, you did the most overtakes by a mile. You've earned yourself a classic 1976 Tyrrell 07 Tiny. Nice work by both of you. Alright, folks, the 1978 Avia AE2 is a pretty obscure choice. But here's a fun fact for you. This little car was actually an attempt by a Czechoslovakian company to create a sporty compact that could rival some of the more popular European models. It wasn't exactly a household name, and it definitely didn't break any speed records, but it's a great example of the kind of quirky automotive experiments happening behind the Iron Curtain at the time. So, next time you think your ride is unique, just remember there was a car from 1978 that tried to be sporty and a little bit rebellious in its own way, kind of like us trying to race these AI cars today. Alright everyone, the clock's about to run out, so if you haven't picked your favorite ride yet, now's the time to jump in, or forever hold your peace. Don't miss your chance to influence how these AI cars collide and conquer. Alright folks, we've got TTV NRF Society in a classic 1978 Metal X, MTX 103C, and bought unstable in a vintage 1981 Estonia 21, racing at Cadwell Park Moto. Now, if you ask me, it's like pitting an old-school legend against a slightly newer model. The Metal X is probably heavier and maybe a bit less agile, but maybe it's got some tricks up its sleeve for those sharp turns. The Estonia 21, being a little newer, might have some tech advantages, but who knows if that counts at Cadwell, where handling and driver skill take the spotlight. I'd lean towards the Metal X just because sometimes the older cars have a certain charm and resilience that can surprise you. But hey, with AI drivers involved, anything can happen. They're probably sitting there calculating multiple strategies while we're all just here watching paint dry. Alright folks, the race has just kicked off at Cadwell Park Moto Track, and look at that, TTV NRF Society is starting us off in the pole position, roaring in a classic 1978 Metal X MTX 103CL. If you're betting on nostalgia, you might be onto something. The race kicks off with Bot Unstable taking an early lead, establishing a solid position at the front. TTV NRF Society is right behind in second, showing good pace from the start. Bot Hermit Media rounds out the top three, holding a steady third place as they navigate the first corners. Bot Hermit Media is currently in third place, driving a 1975 Metal X MTX 103BA. Their pace hasn't shown any fastest laps yet, but they're holding a strong position just behind the leader. DTV Everlasting Apex is in 8th position, driving an Avia E2. They haven't shown much speed so far, with their fastest lap still unrecorded, indicating a steady but perhaps cautious approach. Cadwell Park's tight corners and sudden elevation changes are making overtakes tough, but rewarding when successful. Drivers attacking the circuit's technical sections could easily gain or lose positions. Maya is running 7th right now with her 1978 Metal X MT X103. See? She's holding position, but there's no sign of overtakes yet. Race seems stable so far. Nonstop is leading the race in their Formula 1300, starting from second place. Their car is a 1981 Estonia 21 model, reliable and steady at the front so far. They haven't shown signs of slowing down or taking risky moves. Nonstop is leading with the fastest initial position and currently holding first place. Their car, a 1981 Estonia 21, seems to be performing consistently, but the race could tighten up if the others find their pace. Nonstop's car is a 1981 Estonia 21 with a blazing fast lap time, missing in action. They're currently leading, but the race seems unpredictable with no clear lap progress updates yet. Narth Society is holding steady at the front with a small gap, but Nonstop is right on its tail. Could see some action if they catch each other before the final lap. The tight corners at Cadwell Park are definitely favoring drivers with better control and patience. It's making overtakes tricky and tightening the gaps between the front runners. TTV MRF Society is leading with a solid time of 1:46.547 on the Metalex MTX 103C. Their car was among the fastest early on, and they're holding that position despite some pressure. Not looking to relinquish the top spot anytime soon. Maya's car is a 1978 Metalex MTX 13C, sitting 7th in the standings. She's consistently close to TTV Everlasting Apex and making pace with the fastest lap just a few hundredths behind the leader. Looks like a steady race so far. Bot Kickass Lady X3 is driving a 1978 Metalex MTX 103C, which is hanging in the back of the pack. Their lap time suggests they're struggling to match the pace of the leaders, and at 11th position, it looks like a tough race for them so far. Well, look at that. Nonstop took the win. Guess they just couldn't be stopped today. Great job. Wow, looks like Nonstop really steamed ahead and claimed the victory. Way to go. Congratulations on that impressive win. And for those of you who are feeling lucky, the following drivers can now claim a car. Make sure to step up if you want to take home one of these digital beauties. Who's feeling brave enough? For this track, I would focus mostly on handling and cornering performance. Anadara Circuit National has a series of sharp turns and technical sections, where staying glued to the road and smoothly navigating curves can make or break your race. Sure, raw horsepower is fun, but if your car can't dart through those tight corners without losing time, you're basically giving away positions. Balance and agility are the real MVPs here, making sure you can attack those bends with confidence and keep your speed steady through the complex sections. It's like trying to dance rather than just blitzing straight ahead. More style, more control, and hopefully, more wins. Alright folks, the clock is ticking down, so if you haven't picked your ride yet, now's the time to decide. Don't make me pick for you or I might put you in a surprisingly slow car, just for fun. Hurry up before we start chaos on the track. Alright folks, we've got Team Tenetia behind the wheel of the vintage 1968 Crossel 15F and Wayne the Train zooming in a 1969 Legrand Mark 11. Both classic beauties, but let's be honest, this isn't just about the race, it's about which car has the edge on Onodera Circuit National. The Crossel 15F is known for its agility and nimbleness, perfect for tight corners and quick maneuvers. Meanwhile, the Legrand Mark 11 probably brings a bit more brute strength and stability to the table. It's like comparing a witty fox to a steady oak tree. My gut says that the Crossel might have a slight advantage in the twisty parts of the track, but don't count out the Legrand for its raw power down the longer straights. So who wins? I'd put my chips on Team Tenetia in the Crossel, but honestly with these classic rides, it's anybody's game. Sit tight, grab some popcorn, and let's see which vintage champion claims the glory. Alright folks, the race has just kicked off at Onodera Circuit National and look at that. Bought H2 Hova in the pole position, driving a classic 1968 McKee Mark 12. Because nothing screams speed like a vintage race car, ready to remind everyone why they're still a legend. Buckle up! This should be fun. The race kicks off with Bot H2 Hova leading the pack, showing some strong initial pace. Bot Ashanritun is right behind in second place, drafting closely and looking for an overtake soon. Elias Escalada from YouTube holds third, trying to keep up with the front runners. It's a tight start so far with no major moves yet. UDB Elias Escalada is driving a 1968 Mekhi Mach 12, like many others in this race. He's currently in the third position, holding steady behind the leaders and ahead of the pack. Looks like he's maintaining a good pace so far. Bottas Shannerton is driving a 1968 Lotus 70, which is known for its agile handling. They're currently in second place but appear to be closely chasing the leader, suggesting a tight race. Bot Chubby Boy RJ is racing a 1968 Surtees TS 5 TOTA. They are currently in 8th place and trying to hold their position in the mid-pack, not making any obvious moves yet. Bot Dongertson 3 is in 8th place driving a 1968 Crossel 15F. Their race looks steady but not shattering any records right now. Bot Ashenariton is leading in his 1968 Lotus 70. The car is known for its agility and sharp handling. Looks like he's holding a steady pace so far, with no major threats from behind. Bot Timtanaya is driving a 1968 Crossel 15F, currently in 16th place. Their race looks pretty stable, but not enough to challenge the front runners yet. Bottas Shennerton is piloting a 1968 Lotus 70 with a reputation for agility. They are currently in second place, but it looks like they might be holding back a bit with their best lap still unrecorded. The Dreamkeeper is currently in 4th place with a 1968 Crossel 15F, their fastest lap at 1:25.329, and are holding steady right behind the leaders. Looks like they are pushing hard but haven't made a move yet. Bot the Dreamkeeper is currently in 4th place with a Crossel 15F. They are relatively close to the leaders and have a decent lap time, so looks like a solid race from them so far. Rojit Bear 302 is in a Lotus 70, a classic that's holding a solid 6th place. Looks like they're staying consistent and quietly climbing up with a fastest lap of just over 26 seconds. Team Tanatia's car is a 1968 Crossel 15F, and they're currently in 15th place. They started further back and seem to be struggling with pace, as their fastest lap is significantly slower than the leaders. Bot Xasatur is driving a 1969 Legrand Mark 11 and currently holds 8th place. They are closing in on the cars ahead with a fastest lap of 1:26.265, just behind the race leader. The race seems tight at the mid-pack, with narrow gaps and potential for overtakes. But Sasatur is driving a 1969 Legrand Mark 11 and is currently in 8th place, close behind major contenders. Their fastest lap is 1:26.265, indicating they're holding decent pace but still need to find more speed to catch those ahead. Congratulations to H2 Hovia on that impressive win at Anadara Circuit National. Looks like someone was really in the fast lane today. Wow, Bot H2 Hova took the win. Nice job. They really showed those circuits who's boss. As for the rest of you, listen up because here's your chance to upgrade. UTBBLIS Escalada, with that lightning fast lap, you've earned the right to claim a 1968 Mackie Mark 12 Torres. Better start thinking about how you'll make that beauty shine. Stay tuned folks, more action coming up. For this track, I would focus mostly on top speed and aerodynamic efficiency. Since Daytona Superspeedway is all about those high-speed straightaways and tight drafting packs, having a car that can hit maximum velocity and stay stable at those speeds is crucial. Acceleration and handling are also important. But if you can't get to the end of the straightaway first, it doesn't matter how good your cornering is. So, basically, a car with a sleek, low-drag design and a powerful engine is the way to go if you want to dominate here. Welcome back, EliasX988. Glad to see you've returned just in time for the AI cars to start their wild race. Hope you enjoy the chaos on the track. Alright folks. If you've been sitting there pondering which sleek machine to root for, now's the time to make a move before it's too late. You don't want to miss out on picking the car you think will dominate this race. Hurry up and get your votes in before the buzzer. Oh wow, what a matchup here. On one side, we've got NR Savage with a classic 1985 Lancia Delta S4 Stradale, which is definitely a legendary car, and probably a fun blast from the past. On the other hand, we've got Ixie Jackson, a much more modern 2017 Chevrolet Cruze that's likely more aerodynamic, and probably handles a bit better at high speed. Given Daytona Superspeedway is all about raw speed and stability in a pack, I'd say the Cruze has the advantage simply because of its modern design and aerodynamics. But hey, Never count out those vintage vibes. Maybe SNR Savage will surprise everyone and put that old school charm to good use. My guess? The Chevrolet Cruze takes it by a nose, but I wouldn't bet my lunch money just yet. This race might just come down to who can stay in the draft longer. Alright folks, looks like bot Dishonored Fox has snagged pole position in that gorgeous 1971 Ferrari 312B. I hope he's ready to turn those early dreams into a wild ride because that car's got some serious speed. Let's see if he can hold on to it, or if the others will catch up and take him down. The race kicks off with Dishonored Fox holding the lead from the start. Nonstop Savage has immediately slotted into second place, showing sharp start skills. Igzax has advanced into third, lurking closely behind the top two. The top three remain tightly packed as they settle into the early laps. Nukenbocken is making a solid move up, 2 positions to 8th place. Meanwhile, Nukenbocken and Botcenter Savage are neck and neck for the 6th spot, with just a few tenths separating them. Grandelives is cruising in a vintage 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS, currently in 8th place. So they're holding steady, but haven't made any bold moves yet. Looks like a solid start. Bot Shoot 'Em Up is driving a 2017 Spiker C8 Preleator, a sleek modern street car known for its sharp handling and exotic styling. They're currently in 20th place, suggesting a steady but not earth-shattering race so far. Dishonored Fox is dominating with the fastest lap already. Looks like he's setting the pace and trying to pull away early as expected. Botcenter Savage is driving a classic 1985 Lancia Delta 4 Stradale. Looks like he's comfortably in second place, probably enjoying the nostalgic vibe while maintaining a steady pace. Bot Imogen Tempus is driving a 1985 Lancia Delta S4 Stradale, a classic with turbocharged power and odd grip. Looks like their race isn't going anywhere special. Sitting in 23rd, chasing a bunch of cars ahead, with no lap time posted. Imogen Tempus is racing a vintage street car, specifically a 1985 Lancia Delta S4 Stradale. It looks like they are struggling or possibly disconnected, given the odd lap time of 99, 99, 99, and sitting at the very bottom of the standings. The BMW M3 from 1986 is currently in the middle of the pack, but has been consistently improving its lap times. It's not threatening the front runners but staying competitive and avoiding any big mistakes. DayTV alias 988 is driving an AlphaTauri, a T03 from 2022. They started in 13th and are currently in 2nd, which suggests they've made some impressive moves. Their fastest lap is 47.726, showing solid pace. Looks like a strong charge forward. Bot NR Savage is in 2nd place, but way behind the leader with a time over 1 minute, while Bot Jax is cruising comfortably in 3rd. Looks like NR Savage needs some serious speed to catch up before the race ends. Bot NR Savage is driving a 1985 Lancia Delta S4 Stradale, a classic retro street car Audi. Their race looks tough with the slowest lap in the field, and a position near the back, clearly struggling to keep pace today. Jackson Dabox is piloting a 1994 Ferrari F3 55 Berlinetta F1, known for its sharp handling and classic design. They're currently in the 20th position, struggling with a lap time well behind the leaders. Might want to consider modern upgrades or just finish and enjoy the scenery. Bot Unstabil is flying high in the modern street cars category, with the 2010 Volkswagen Golf GTI. They are currently in the 26th position overall and have a fastest lap of 17.146. Looks like they're gaining some ground but still surfing the mid-pack wave. Yeah, boy Rovanda is making a strong push with the fastest lap, but he's still in 3rd. He might be eyeing a move, but he needs to watch out for the leader. Aminsun is piloting a 1998 Mitsubishi FTO JGTC, a retro GT500 class car known for its balanced handling and nimbleness. Their race seems to be slow so far, sitting in about 17th place with a lap time well behind the leaders. Congratulations to Dishonored Fox on winning the race. Looks like they were in the leading Fox the whole time. Wow! Congratulations to Bot Dishonored Fox on winning the race. That was some impressive driving. You've really outpaced everyone today. As for Elias Aeuski, you've earned the right to claim that shiny 2022 AlphaTauri at T03. Nice work on the most overtakes. That's some serious skill. Gentlemen, enjoy your new rides and keep the rivalry fun. For this track, I would focus mostly on handling and acceleration. Since Grand Valley Speedway Short is a fast and twisty circuit, having a car that can stick to the curves and launch out of each turn quickly will give you the edge. Top speed is nice, but if the car can't handle the sharp corners smoothly, you'll be losing precious seconds. So a well-balanced setup with good grip and quick responsiveness is what wins here. Alright folks, the clock is ticking down to the final seconds to pick your favorite car. Make your decision fast because once the timer hits 0, it's locked in and we're stuck with whatever you choose. So, don't miss out on your chance to cheer for your speedy superstar. Alright folks, it looks like we've got bot Lemon Cult games in a 2010, Global GT Lite and DTV Ilias 98 in a 2019, Radical SR5. Now on paper, the Radical is the newer ride with some tricks up its sleeve, but don't underestimate the classic charm of that Global GT Lite. It might be a bit long in the tooth, but sometimes the old warhorse can surprise us. Given the track is Grand Valley Speedway Short, which is pretty tight and twisty, I'd lean a little towards the Radical because of its agility and modern tech. Still, racing is unpredictable, and sometimes the old-timer manages to dodge trouble and sneak ahead. Who will take the checkered flag? Stay tuned, sit tight, and let's watch these bots burn some virtual rubber. Alright folks, ultralights class, and look at that! Bot chubby boy RJ is starting from pole in a 2012 Prager R1. Hopefully the other cars brought their A game, because this one looks ready to zip off into the sunset. Chubby boy RJ has got a strong start, taking the lead right out of the gate. Beef Sliders is hanging close second, looking to pounce if there's a mistake. Elias Escalada is currently in third, trailing just behind the front two, but staying tight. DSK's LSK Portet is driving a 2019 Radical SR5. They're currently holding 10th place, staying steady but no sign of overtakes yet. Utb Elias Escalada is driving a 2006 Lada Revolution R S2. A classic, but sluggish choice in this field. Currently holding third place and posting the fastest laps, seems like Elias is mixing nostalgia with a surprising pace amidst the ultralights. Bot Beef Sliders is in second place, driving a 2011 KTM. Crossbow R the car is known for its agility and lightweight design. Their race looks steady with a good start, currently holding on to the second spot. The short Grand Valley Speedway is tight and technical, which favors the aggressive small cars, giving the ultralights an edge in staying ahead and making quick overtakes. Bot Bean Streams is piloting a 2013 Peugeot 208R2. Looks like they are currently in the 17th place, just behind the leaders but well within striking distance for a move forward. Bot Taxi is driving a 2019 Radical SR3. They are currently in 9th place, close behind the front runners but still waiting for an opportunity to overtake. The race looks tight for them. Bot Chubby Boy RJ is dominating in the 2012 Prager R1, which is known for its lightweight agility and precision. They're maintaining a solid lead with the fastest lap time of 1:10.475 and looking strong at the top. Bow! Bot Kitten is piloting a 2011 Volkswagen Scirocco R-Cup. Their race pace is a bit slow with a fastest lap of 1 minute, 23 seconds and 49 milliseconds. They are currently in the 15th place, just ahead of fellow TCE driver Yesnin 196. Lemon Cult Games holding 8th place is a solid position, but he's got traffic ahead. Ilias at 988 in 5th has some clean air and a decent lap time, so it's a tight race heading into the final lap. Expect some overtakes soon. Ultralight seem to be dominating with consistent lap times and good positioning. The TCE group is struggling to keep pace, likely slowed by the track's tight corners and lighter weight dynamics. DTV Everlasting Apex is racing a Radical S R3, starting from 6th position. They currently hold 5th place with a fastest lap of 1:11.106. which suggests solid pace, but not quite close enough to challenge the top spot yet. Lemon Cult Games holding 8th place, still charging but needs to find some speed. Eliasix90 in second, not far behind but gotta close that gap if he wants to challenge. Looks like a tight finish coming up. Bobtac Nasty is driving a 2019 Radical SR3 which is currently in 9th position. Their lap time of 1:12.221 is solid, but they are a few seconds behind the leaders at this stage. It looks like they are holding steady without overtaking anyone or getting overtaken. Bot Brando Buster is racing a 1996 Ozilla PA20 BMW OL. They're currently in 4th place with a fastest lap of 1 minute 10 seconds and 521 milliseconds. The race looks competitive for them so far. Wow. Chubby boy RJ, looks like speed runs in your veins. Congrats on the win. Wow. Chubby boy RJ really pulled off the victory. Congratulations to them. That was some impressive driving. As for LESX988, you've earned yourself a 2019 Radical SR5 Ultralights. Hope you're ready to take that beauty for a spin. Looks like it's a good day to be a winner around here. Alright. Everyone. It looks like the stream needs a quick pit stop. Don't worry, we'll be back in just a few minutes to see these AI cars tear up the track again. Grab a snack, take a breather, and I'll see you all very soon. Don't go anywhere.